Okay, good. I'm not sure why. I am not sure why. All of a sudden, I couldn't hear you anymore. That was very
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, I couldn't hear. I stopped being able to hear you. I wasn't sure what was happening. So,
Yeah,
okay.
that was weird. All I did was get rid of the echo. Okay, well, good. We are fine now. Good. That's what matters. And you
Yeah.
can, and there's, all right. All right, let's go back to sharing screen. Okay.
Okay.
So what I was saying before is this is the, when you click on the admin console, you are also, so you can see down here, says reseller admin. So you and I and lots of people in IOTM, not everybody, but a lot of people have this access. And that gives us overall rights. If you can see here, this is our company account in Callbridge. Lots of people are reseller admins. So really anybody in support, Chris, the developer, myself, are reseller admins. What that means is that we can see all of the companies on the Callbridge platform. And by Callbridge platform, I mean anything that is callbridge.com. All of these companies here have a Callbridge URL. So for example, Ivory Education would be ivory.callbridge.com. Fusion is going to be fusion.callbridge.com. They all kind of reside under this, our internal brand, the Callbridge brand.
Okay.
That's differentiated from, I'm sure you've heard of PCCW that we work with. They're a reseller. They have their own brand. So they have that same Callbridge. It says entwineconferencing.com. So, at some point, I'm sure you'll jump into that, but just so you know that, this is all of the companies in Callbridge. It isn't all the companies in PCCW or other white labels that we'll be building. So if you wanted to look at a specific company for whatever reason, let's find one that is actually billing. So like here's one that is a testing account, whatever. If you wanted to look at this and say like, what's going on with this account? What is it, the billing? All you do is you click on that account. It will take you into the information. It'll take you into that account essentially. So at that point, everything you're seeing on this left-hand side is specific to this company. Okay. Whereas if you go back to this overall view, everything you're seeing on this side is for the Callbridge as a whole. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yep.
And if it doesn't, just be like, nope, doesn't make any sense at all.
It does make sense.
So, and it will, right? So, but this is the overall view. So if you look at billing here, you're going to look, well, that's not going to help, reports and invoices. If you look at it here, you're going to see invoices for every Callbridge company that's in our universe. If you look at it in here, you're going to see invoices specific for that company.
Okay.
So that's kind of one thing. And transactions, more importantly, transactions specific to that company. So if you needed, like if somebody says to you, oh, what is health advisory? What invoice did they get? You click on that, you click on this, then you could pull up anything you wanted to. You could pull up the transaction history, what they were billed. All of that is here. You can pull up the invoices. You can look at CDRs. So that's, again, that's just a way for you to go into each company. I'm sure you'll find out more about that. Coverage is, the billing is not ideal. We have a create transaction credit here that in effect creates a credit that goes on the invoice, for example, but there's no way for you to see in anything here if that credit was issued until it posts on the next billing cycle. So this comes with its own limitations, but it's what we have right now, and it's what we have to work with. So we have most accounts are payable on a credit card. Don't know why he sent invoice, but anyway, most accounts are set up. It's automatic billing, and they have a card on file. We have a few accounts where we have when it's an actual net billing situation. So we've clicked on send invoice, and we actually send them an invoice. They get an email, and then they remit to us in a different manner. There's not that many of them at
Right.
the moment. Some might be
Mhm.
checks with the wire, but that I don't know where that's all tracked on your end. This is one of the things where I don't know how that's reconciled.
Mhm.
It's probably a manual one-off at this point. But we do have many, and I mean many, demo accounts that we set up for any number of reasons. Jason has somebody he wants to, have talk to White Label about. So we've set up this demo account, and we have their users. For example, Univoip. This is a prospect Jason's working with, and they have an account with us, but we're not charging them for the account. They're just using it on the house because we want them to try the product out. So you can see they've got a subscription, but we've made it $0 a month. They are on send invoice because we cannot set these accounts up if it's an automatic billing, because we're not going to ask them to put a card on file. So that's just
Mhm.
explaining like one big fragment of things that you'll see, our demo account.
Okay.
One ask that we have as a team is for developers to actually build something that says demo so that we can sort it and know it's a demo account, but that hasn't happened yet. So that's
Okay.
an ask. Our subscriptions are here. We have the ability, we have custom default pricing. We have the ability to override that, and we often do for a lot of reasons. One, that there's demo account. We don't want to charge them anything. Two, we've done a special deal for a large customer. Three, we've given them family and friends rates. There's a lot of different ways, but we do have standard pricing in here. Subscriptions are made up of two components. So one is a monthly amount, so $29.95 a month, right? The other would be a usage-based amount. So a customer can have a combination of those. We'll bill them monthly, and then also if they use some of our numbers that are chargeable per minute, so for example, Australia toll-free, we'll calculate that and bill them that at the end of the month as well. So you'll see invoices that aren't, maybe their subscription is $29.95, but the bill is $200. I don't know if that's helpful. Let's see.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. So, example, Buchanan Advertising. Their invoice they look like this. This is a nice clean one.
Mhm.
They owed us. They paid your charges, taxes. Here's your total due. Here's your subscription rates. We're charging them $150, and then here's your usage rate. You use some Australian minutes, you use some UK toll-free, and that's what that costs you. So the invoices are pretty descriptive.
Mhm.
Such as it were. We're charging taxes. Graham will get you into this a little bit more, but Canadian companies get charged HST. U.S. companies, as
Mhm.
far as I know, aren't nothing on there. So
Okay.
what am I trying to think? So that's kind of you'll be able to get familiar with it. I don't know what kind of coverage reconciliation you guys run when you have questions about it. I can tell you
Mhm.
something like this. We have X number of companies that have been suspended for non-pay.
Mhm.
Theoretically, these should be canceled at some point. And so this is probably one of the things we're going to look at, like, and suspended. Why aren't we canceling and removing the subscription? So that's probably one of the things you'll look at. I don't know what else to go over. What else would be helpful for you to know about this particular coverage?
Sorry. Um, I'm not too sure. So for those
Yeah.
suspended, how is that
hmm
being handled right now? Like who decides when it gets suspended and who actually
Yeah. So that
works to
should
get
be an automatic
suspended?
process. So let's say this guy. So what happens is we try to run their card. The coverage billing is always on the first of the month. So at literally 12:01, the day of the 12:01, first day of the month, we run billing for all coverage accounts. Everybody gets billed. If the payment fails for any reason, they actually go into what's called a payment required status. So it will say your payment's required. Please update. It failed. Please update it. and then if they update it, it will automatically retry. And if it fails again, it will go into suspended mode, or it will automatically retry them, I think, a week later. That timeline I'm still fuzzy on.
Mm.
I think it's a week later, and if it goes through a week later, it's like a grace period. If it goes through, great, it updates and you're active. If it doesn't, it goes suspended. So if it's a customer and like this guy, they're just not using a service anymore, we can tell because like I think they've been suspended for like for a while.
Excuse me.
I hope you don't have that awful coughing Jeff has. He's had for like weeks. Oh my gosh. I've heard there's something going around over there.
I've had it for like a week and a half now. It has gotten a lot better, but it's still just kind of lingering. But yeah, it's much better than it was.
Like, oh my God, like what is happening? Yeah, Jeff's been out for a few weeks with it. He's still coughing. That's not good. But in any case, so like theoretically, we don't have a process for this. I want to say it's fairly new, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
We should have a process. If they're suspended, there should be something, maybe a final email, something that says, hey, you're suspended. Do you plan on updating it? And then if not, we should go in and we should cancel their subscription. So it doesn't even keep trying to bill them. We should just cancel it. We don't have a process for that yet.
So would it try to bill them? Like what happens if it would get to say their August payment didn't go through, suspended, would it try to invoice and bill them again in September? Or it won't as long as it's suspended?
I mean, this one's hard to tell. I think this one just got suspended because it seems like they only owe $29.99. This process is still so fuzzy, but let's look at like.
Okay.
It really is. It's. You'd think we'd have this, but no, we don't.
Oh.
This guy. Okay. Person invoices. Yeah. Okay. So this is a good one. So this one, it apparently, she got suspended in June because we got one payment and they owed a balance. But then after that, they didn't pay us. We got nothing. So it's telling you here, okay, we didn't get paid, and there's still an invoice being generated for July and August. But it's that same, there's no invoice. It's just that they didn't pay us and they were suspended, essentially. So it just kind of has this blank thing that doesn't, but anyway, so no, it doesn't act as if they're doesn't act as if they're active.
Okay.
So, yeah, but that's something we should, really, it's one of those things where we should have a better process, but there's literally 9 accounts there and everybody has a million things to do, so it's like whatever. It's kind of like
not so much
ignoring it.
Now.
Yeah, it's not a priority. Yeah, they're not like whatever. They're not a priority. So anyway,
okay.
So and you can play around in there. I would say just don't look at things, but only just don't edit the subscription. That's all. I'm sure you wouldn't, but that's really the only thing you could do is is change that. But so that's the coverage, and I don't know if Graham. I don't know much about. Do you know about the legacy plan, Instant Conference or Global Conference or anything?
He sorry.
No, I feel bad.
Must be because I'm actually talking now because it's been quiet
totally.
in the morning. Now that I'm actually talking again.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'll have to do with them. I know he mentioned about all the free conference and instant conference and all those things.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what I'll be doing with them yet.
I don't know either, but free conference and free conference legacy and instant conference, those are really straightforward because it's all credit cards. You enter a card, we charge your card. If your card's not there, we try to charge it, we suspend you. That's it. End of story. There's nothing weird. There's nothing outside of that. Callbridge and Global Conference. Global Conference is a legacy brand that we've had since 2010, 2009. It's a teleconferencing only. We still have customers on it. And we do have, most of the customers are net billing customers. So that is usually...
We do have billing. We do have billing customers. What did you say there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Most of the Global customers are net billing. They are not credit card paid. Or if they're credit card paid, it's a post. There are some credit card auto pays, but most of these are net billing. So we have to... This is what we do a lot. I did with Evan and Kayla before him. Kaylee, we do like a monthly AR meeting, and it's basically where you guys say these guys are past due. Can you contact them? And then I reach out to them and I say, hey guys, did you miss this? Did you miss that? And try to get those payments in. There's not a lot of them, but they do happen. And if we don't do the monthly meetings, it tends to fall. It falls through the cracks. And then instead of owing 2 months, somebody owes 10 months, and it's worse. So, but this is what it would look like. This is my back end. I have no idea how this all gets reconciled. And people post these payments in LA. So let me just show you. This is a law firm. They pay us every month. This is what I see. This is also what they see. These are their invoices. So whatever is showing up here is what the customer sees. That's why we have to be pretty careful about that. So, like, I can tell you right now what is going on with this. They shouldn't owe us $800. Like, they're missing a statement. So I'm going to have to contact them and say, hey, what's happening? But in any case, we can look and print their statements here. So this is their most recent statement. Previous balance, this is what you owed, and here's your outstanding balance. So this is what they're getting every month, and they're remitting payment to us. These are... Global Conference is the only other brand that happens on besides Callbridge. You won't see any other net billing. Maybe Cauliflower, that's an odd duck. I don't know what to tell you about that. That's always going to be the stepchild there. But the Global Conference too. So we're probably doing a lot more touching base, you and I, between Global Conference customers and Callbridge customers. Just because of, So I'm glad I found this one. I got to talk to him. So I think that's, I mean, probably not. Doesn't make sense to get too much more into it because you really you'll definitely have more questions, but right now you need to figure out what questions you're going to have because you just don't know yet, right? So
yeah. I'm sure things will come up as Graham starts showing me more.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I would suggest probably one of the first things we'll do is a global. Well, maybe not one of the first things, but we need to do this global conference because we haven't in a while, and I feel like some things are falling through. So I'll mention that to Graham, and maybe that'll help. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So, I mean, anything, if I can help you at all, whatever it is, understanding, Callbridge, we're all still learning. Reiner and I will look at this and be like, we don't know why that happened. Why did that happen? Why is this billing like it is? But Global Conference, it's pretty solid. We've been working with it for years and years, and we know what's happening. So that's good. But if you need any help, just let me know, and we can jump on a call, or I can help an email, or whatever it is. So just let me know. Is that okay? I don't want to overload you, but I don't want to not give you enough. So
no, that definitely helps, and I can have a look around in there and make sure I don't save any changes on anything.
Yeah, exactly. And you can look at a test. There's so many test accounts there. Just type test in that, and you can do whatever you want. The test account's not going to break anything. So, yeah. So if you want to play with the subscription or whatever, you can definitely do that. That's not a problem at all. As long as it says test, you're in good shape. Or ask Kitty there what account she uses. She can show you too. All right. Well, let me know. Let me know how I can help. Welcome to IOTM, and I'm sure we will
Okay.
be chatting in the near future.
I'm sure we will. Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks,
Talk to you
Charlotte.
later.
Feel better. I hope the cough gets better. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.